In today's video, we're going to talk about the state of the DC movie universe. There's so much to go over. Zack Snyder has basically confirmed the Snyderverse is done. He's even calling it the Snyderverse trilogy. It's so clear it's done. We're going to break down and go over what Zack Snyder has recently said. Although some people think he's teasing Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. Trust me, if he was, I would know about it. Also, we're going to go over what Zachary Levi keeps saying. Dude, you're making yourself look bad. Just stop talking. So much DC controversy to go over. So, what is freaking good YouTube voice you here beyond New Rider? Make sure to subscribe to never miss any Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that I cover on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, is the state of DC worse than when Walter Hamada was in charge? I don't know, but the future of DC isn't looking bright. People were moaning when Walter Hamada was in charge, but if you look back, maybe it would have been better if we just left Walter in. Oh my God, War Stew's going great. No, I haven't. I'm just looking at the state of DC. It's never been in such a disarray, such a bad place, and it's so simple to fix the DC movie universe, but the new DC universe won't actually fix this. A lot of people keep saying the Flash movie is going to retcon everything and save it. No, the Flash movie does not set the new universe up, or else we'd already have the new Superman and the new Batman appear in the Flash movie. No, it just sets up, this is a universe, and we're going to pick it up in 2025. So if you could check us out on Instagram at WarStew to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful face. If you could check us out on Twitter at WarStewG. Right, let's get into this video. So Zachary Levi's been on one. He really has. He's been on a big one. The funny thing is, he's like indirectly calling out The Rock. Yeah, the dude met The Rock at San Diego Comic-Con 2022. Didn't say this to his face, did he? No. Yo, War Stew, pull the clip up.
It was horrible. They threw tomatoes. It's been a long time. Yeah. Was it both?
Didn't say anything. He did go, yo, where's my freaking cameo? Right. So there was supposed to be a cameo role, but that would not have saved the movie. So he went onto Instagram Live. Why is a Hollywood celeb? Well, why is a Hollywood Z less celeb? I mean, don't get me wrong. I really am a fan of Zachary Levi when he was Chuck, but recently he keeps. He needs to stop. I mean, seriously, dude. Big fan of you from when you were Chuck, but I don't know what you're doing now. Just stop talking, lad. I'm still a fan because Chuck was epic, but I don't know what you've been doing recently. So, there was supposed to be a post-credit scene in Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods, and like I said before, this actually wouldn't have changed anything. Me, David Safran had an awesome end credit scene with Hawkman and Cyclone, but that got sacked last minute. People were slagging on James Gunn because we had to pivot to spoilers. I shared the story on Instagram just to end the fake rumor. Okay, cool story, bro, but the box office still wouldn't have changed. It comes down to the bottom line. Warner Bros. Discovery, that owns the DC studios and owns the DC characters, they're in $47 billion worth of debt, and sure, there's no rush to pay it off, but the movie didn't even break $100 million, like so bad. And he went on. Zachary Levi on Instagram said that he desperately wanted Henry Cavill at the end of Shazam. They didn't.
Wonderful people in these organizations and everyone within the Shazam production. For years, we have been doing everything we can to fight for you, the fans. Yes, even all of you fans that don't like me. All of you fans who love Henry Cavill, we tried desperately to get Henry Cavill in the first movie. He wasn't a headless Superman because we wanted him to be a headless Superman. We were thwarted. All of these hardworking people were thwarted. We were not allowed to have that happen, okay? That was not on us. That was not because we didn't want that to happen for you. Listen, guys, I am a comic nerd. I've been growing up with this stuff. I love all this stuff. I want to blow all of your minds with all the crossovers and all the goods. And trust me, it bummed me out greatly when we couldn't get Henry Cavill. I wanted him so bad in the first movie, and we couldn't get him. That was not because we didn't try. That was not because we chose not to have him there. That was not on.
Want the headless Henry Cavill Superman scene when he walked in the canteen for Freddie Freeman. Let's break down what he said. Walter Hamada and David S. Sandberg tried everything they could to bring him on, and they never ever wanted to pivot to a headless cameo. So something I find very interesting that he's missing off about this equation is you really wanted Henry Cavill to do his last appearance as a 5-second walks into a canteen shot. No, that shouldn't have been the last shot that we got of him. Sure, like I keep saying, yeah, sure, Black Adam, sure, The Rock went about trying to reconstruct the DC universe the wrong way, but his intentions were right. It was a better face-off. Superman and Black Adam facing off was better than this potential cameo because they could have deepfaked it. They could have done anything. So apparently Henry Cavill was busy on this day. But realistically, I don't think Henry Cavill wanted to jet all the way to Vancouver, Canada, to do a 5-second scene and walk in and see Freddie Freeman. I really don't think that is the case here. So Shazam 2 flopped at the box office due to weak storyline, weak performances. How the hell Billy Batson acts more mature than Shazam is beyond me. Billy Batson got no screen time. I think Shazam 2 is somewhat of a decent movie still, but Billy Batson, no screen time. Shazam acting more childish than Billy Batson. The going on? It's supposed to be a comic book movie. It's not supposed to be let's make up a load of nonsense movie. Don't get me wrong, lads. Like I keep saying, I'm unfiltered. I'm blunt. I just tell you how I see it. So I really think Zachary Levi just needs to stop talking because he's just making this situation worse and worse. Having the JSA, the Justice Society of America cameo at the end of the movie, yeah, sure, it would have been a much better ending and it would have set up Shazam entering the Justice Society of America so much better, but it still would not have changed the box office. And Zachary Levi, when asked if he watched Black Adam, this is getting...
Did you watch Black Adam?
I have not.
You haven't?
I have not.
Are you gonna watch it?
Eventually, I mean, I've got a whole, full plate of other things that I need to get to in life.
Petty. I have a full plate of other things to get on in life. Right, because Hollywood actors are so busy that they don't have any time to do anything normal. They don't eat food. They don't go to the gym. They don't do anything. They have absolutely no time to watch. Oh, wait, they do watch movies. Interesting. Zachary Levi on James Gunn and Safran running DC Studios. I'm actually kind of worried. Pete has a lot of business sense and diplomacy. Okay, I've met Pete Safran, really cool guy, articulates himself, comes across very cool, but you've got to understand the following. He produced Shazam 2. Okay, now Pete Safran is co-head of DC Studios, and his first movie, as he's now the co-head of DC Studios, and as I've said in previous videos, James Gunn and Pete Safran, if any movie flops that comes out now, it's concurrently their fault. It does not matter if they made the movies or not. They are in charge of the studios, so they have to make sure marketing and everything is done to the highest ability. Does Kevin Feige direct anything? No. He's an executive producer. So people keep going, oh yeah, well this movie was filmed before James Gunn came in. Cool story, bro. They're ahead of the studios, so they are in charge. So the fact that Shazam 2 has flopped really makes me worry about the future of the DC universe. Peter has a lot of business sense and diplomacy. And James is creative visionary. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store. Yeah, but they need to make sure that The Flash does well, Aquaman 2 does well, and Blue Beetle does well. Although Blue Beetle's getting overhyped, but yeah, the Block League's okay for it. If you want me to go over it, I will. Just let me know down below. These movies have to do well. They have to break even at least. So we've got to wait to 2025 when Superman Legacy LG comes out to before we see anything. No. We can judge the heads of the studios on how well the current movies that have been filmed do. Absolutely nonsense. We go, yeah, but James Gunn didn't film Shazam 2. Kevin Feige has never filmed a movie in his life. He's not a script writer. Yeah, sure, Feige has involvement of overall plot and where the movie goes, etc., etc. But every DCU movie that comes out this year, if it fails, it's to do with James Gunn and Pete Safran. Because they're head of studios. I don't know how much clearer I can make this. So, Zachary Levi, like James Gunn, please stop talking on Twitter. Please stop talking online. You're just making yourself look really bad. Even Grace Randolph said this. Play the clip, War Stew.
I think Zachary Levi caused problems for himself, and then he just went on and was more of a little biatch with this, okay?
She said Zachary Levi made himself look bad. He's being a little... Yeah, Grace, I agree with ya. He totally is. So, also in the news, okay, Zack Snyder has basically confirmed the end of the Snyderverse. Literally advertising this post today, as the time of recording this video, 9 hours ago. Super excited for this incredible 3-day event to benefit the AFSP. Look for the link to purchase your tickets tomorrow, 8 a.m. PTD. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for all the support helping make this happen. And even the hashtag Warner Brothers. So, is there really any bad blood here? So, the poster literally says Snyderverse Trilogy, okay? Now, there are some... Okay, I don't like to say this. Okay, there comes a time and a place when you just need to give up. You need to give up. Zack is literally telling us this is the end of the trilogy, okay? We know it was supposed to be 5 parts, but let's just, for fun, go over what the Snyderverse is saying. And I've got nothing against Snyderverse, but he's literally said it's over. Okay, so there's an image of Henry Cavill Superman, and he's doing a pose. All right? It's not the same as the pose that was in Batman vs. Superman because of the following. Okay, let's break it down. We're not breaking it down. We're just reading what it says. Left hand open, 5 fingers showing 5 movies. Right hand closing, 3 fingers down, 2 up, 3 movies made, 2 remaining. Yeah, there is 2 remaining. And as I keep telling you, Netflix won't invest in a property they cannot own 100%. They've gone all in with Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. They've gone all in with Rebel Moon. So please change your hashtag, sell Zack Snyder Justice League to Amazon. Sell Zack Snyder Justice League to anybody else because Netflix cannot afford it. I understand and I appreciate the Snyderverse is so strong, but you need to give up. Zack has literally said thank you to Warner Brothers. He couldn't have done this event. He couldn't have screened Zack Snyder Justice League, etc., without the permission of Warner Brothers. Hence why he says thank you for making this happen. And if you are wondering why it says Universal in the poster, it's because the cinema where they're screening Zack Snyder Justice League on the 3rd day is at a Universal IMAX. So it is done. It is dusted. Snyderverse trilogy is literally on the poster. Zack is telling you it's done and it's dusted. Yeah, sure, there are some differences on this poster. And yes, I guess you could say his left or right shoulder is cracked. And this somehow means that Snyderverse is restored because his shoulder is I mean, you really need to stop it. Stop it, lads. Stop it. I am the founding father of Restore the Snyderverse to a certain degree. I was one of the first channels to cover it. I was the first channel to tell you Zack Snyder's Justice League was coming to HBO Max. Sure, I got the year wrong, but I got all the information right. So if I say it's game over, it's game over because you know what? If Zack doesn't want to do it, it can't happen. But also, like I keep telling you, David Zaslav is the only person who can restore the Snyderverse. And if I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong because I want to see Darkseid and Deceit ready to Armada. Trust me, I really want to see that. But at the same time, it ain't gonna happen. Like I said in the previous video, I was told this is a goodbye, and at the end of this, if Zack doesn't go, yo, Snyderverse restored, he's gonna be like, yeah, guys, just, I'm done. You can't restore a Snyderverse because I don't want to work on this anymore. He's done. He's dusted. I do think it's cool that Snyderverse is super strong, but it's getting to the point where it's delusional now. Don't read too much into a literal post because it's slightly different to the BVS. He's got a cracked shoulder. That means that Zack is back and 2 movies left. Yeah, everyone knows this. Zack does things the way he does because he does. But why does the poster say Snyderverse trilogy? It's done. It's dusted. 10 years of heroes, epic movies, one man, one vision. It's done. It's dusted. And if I am wrong, I'll take the L. If at SnyderCon I'm wrong, and if Zack says, yo, we're back, we're doing everything, Elseworld story, I will take the L. I will make an apology video and I would tell you that I was wrong, but I've not spoke to one single person behind the scene who works in the industry. I'm not talking about little Twitter scoopers. I'm talking about real people who actually work for trade, who have real jobs, who actually get paid to talk about this stuff, not your Twitter people. No one in industry has told me that it's getting restored. They've all said the same thing. This is a goodbye event. Warner Brothers are supporting the event as well. How much more evidence do you need? It's done. It's dusted. And that poster tells you it's done and dusted. It's not a, we're going to restore the Snyderverse event. And anyway, like I keep telling you, Netflix, they can't afford to buy the Snyderverse. It's not even for sale unless David Zaslav wants it to be. So like always, guys, let us know. Do you think Zachary Levi's comments are kind of out of order? If he had a problem with The Rock, he should have been up to him at San Diego Comic-Con and he should have done that. But no, he can't do that. But it's so unprofessional coming on live streams and Instagram Live going, yeah, but we had a post-credit. Okay, cool, bro. You had a post-credit scene. Wouldn't have changed anything. In terms of the overall box office, sure, it would have added a bit more continuity. But then at the same time, would that have meant that Zachary Levi stays as Shazam? I think he's digging a hole, like Grace said, that he's being a little beach. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at What's Due to See. A beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter. What's Due to See? And I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.